Alright, so I don't have my filming gears nor my microphone, so I'm sorry if the sound is a little bit weird in advance. I'm tired of starting over. Yeah, so basically, I feel like every 2 days I'm starting over. Like, I have to redo my goals, my new updated routine. Um, I have to reset completely. And it's either I'm underproductive or I'm hyperproductive. Like, I feel like I should be in between, right? Because if I'm underproductive, then I'm stressed because I know there's things I should be doing, and then it accumulates over time, and then it comes to a point where I become hyperproductive after that phase of underproductiveness passes on. The thing is, it stresses me a lot because I feel like I have an ideal of where I want to be and how productive I want to be. But it's kind of like I go from 0 to 100, and it's just not realistic now that I'm thinking about it. And I think that's why I'm starting over so much. I think too much of anything and too little of anything is not good. I think finding the right middle is the best option. Like, for example, you go from eating super unhealthy to eating super healthy, all right? Now, you can eat super healthy for a few weeks, few months, and all of that. But what happens if you just crash down and then you go from 100 to 0? So that means you get back to your bad habits, and sometimes it's hard to get back up. So then it's kind of like you go from like where you started off to your destination, but then you have to redo it over because you fell down. And there's nothing wrong with that initially, but I think it's better if you find a middle where you eat healthy most of the time, but you allow yourself to have cheat days, or you allow yourself to have days where you eat things that aren't typically as healthy, or like you do a slow transition. Um, it also stresses me a lot. Today, I haven't been as productive as I wanted to be in the past few days because I had a lot of things that I have done that were not in my new resetting program, all of that. And so it set me back, and I was like, okay, you know what? For these 2 days, I'm going to work super hard to try to get back on all of the things that I didn't get to do. The thing is, I got super, I procrastinated. I was supposed to film actually this video in the morning at 8 or 9 in the morning, and it is currently 5:30 p.m. Approximately. Um, so yeah, I procrastinated basically all day, and I kind of had like this stress and anxiety. And I think the reason why I had stress and anxiety is because of how much I set up for myself. I would say I'm somebody who's learning to be more and more productive because I do want to get to the best version of myself, ideally. But again, I think I go from 0 to 100 quickly. Like, I recently did a new program, and I look at the program and I ended up deleting it today too because it was just unrealistic. But it's pretty much being productive all day. Like from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, I'm productive. Like it isn't as bad as that, like being productive all day. But at the end of the day, we are human beings, and it's impossible that every day of the week, every day of the year, sorry, I'm going to be productive from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. Like, it's just not realistic. Especially with the fact that sometimes we plan our days, but then our plan doesn't go according because there are things that happen in the meanwhile, right? So honestly, I don't really know where to go from this, because I've been trying to implement a new routine for so long, and I failed so many times. And it's kind of, how do I say this? Unmotivate. It kind of unmotivates me, the fact that I keep failing so much and I don't see as much progress or success as I want to see. But one thing I'm not going to do is give up. No matter what, I don't see myself ever giving up, even if I fail for 500 times more than I succeed. For the simple fact that every day that I get to live is a blessing, and I'm in a position where I assume that I have things that other people don't have, like a place to go, a place to sleep. I have water, I have food, I get to move my body, I get to film on the phone, I get to see, I get to talk. So I cannot put myself in a position where I'm like, oh, I'm done trying. Like, no. Not only am I doing this, first and foremost, if I don't do it for myself, nobody else will. So that's the first thing. I'm also doing it for the people who cannot do it, who are not physically able to. Um, what else? I'm doing it for my parents. I'm doing it for my siblings. Um, I'm building my future. I'm building my future me too. So I did watch Netflix series all day today. That's not really the point, but I did learn something from it though. Like I did learn, um, somebody on the show said pain is temporary, but regret is forever, right? So I'm like, I prefer being in pain for X amount of time and achieve my goal, rather than just sit down and wonder and be like, oh my God, I should have, or I regret. Because regret is not going to take you anywhere, but I think that pain is going to take you somewhere eventually. Um, so yeah, I think when you achieve something, even if it was painful, you would say at the end it was worth it. Like if I get to a certain point in my life, I know that I'm going to say like, oh, all of that um I've went through was for something. It was not for nothing. Because I did went through some things, and I was like, oh my God, at the end it was worth it. Like whatever I went through was actually worth it. I learned from it. I've grown from it, and I changed from it. And I can use that in the future. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to be more productive. I think in the process of getting to know myself and actually changing, I will need to change little by little. Once again, I prefer finding a middle rather than just not doing or doing too much, right? Even if it's 15 minutes a day, I chose to set that goal and do it. It's better to do that than just be like, okay, I've been super unproductive. Let me do da 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 da, and it's just too much, and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed and stressed, right? I also think it's important to sometimes take those days to just rest and sit back and relax, right? Um, I've been watching a lot of videos about productiveness and people basically like being super productive, like, oh, a week in my life, or spend a day with me, and they're super busy, they're doing everything, and I'm like, whoa, I should be doing that or more. But then again, social media portrays certain things that they show you and other things that they don't show you. Like, if you think about it, as humans being, yes, we can be productive, but once again, we have good days, we have bad days, we have days that we just need to rest and chill, right? Or eventually, I think it can cause us to burn out, or it can cause like mental health issues. Because I remember, especially in school time, I'm super productive, and then after that period of school, I'm like super, like, I don't feel as much energy. I don't feel good mentally, and I'm tired all the time. And so I think it's important also to have days where you're less productive. um I'm at least glad that I got to film this video, because I've been wanting to film for, I think my last post was like three or 4 weeks ago. So I'm actually glad that I got to film that. um what else did I want to say? So yeah, I don't see myself, even though I'm tired of, like, what did I say when I first, I'm tired of starting over. Yeah, sorry. I'm tired of starting over. I'm still going to start over. Like, I'm not going to give up. I don't see myself living, being blessed to live, and not starting over and not working towards my goals, because what else would I be doing then, right? So I'm just telling you, if you feel like you're tired of starting over, it's normal. Just keep going. Like, because in the end, I promise you, it's going to be all worth it. I know it is going to be. Like, there's things that I started over with, and it's actually in my routine, and I actually like achieved goals, and I'm super glad I did. But when I look at all the work that I've done and all the pain that it caused, I don't regret it, because I'm exactly where I want to be. But I did want to say it is tiring, but I will not give up, and you will not give up as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to really try to post more. I honestly thought I was going to be able to, but there was a lot going on. But I want to try to make less excuse and actually post. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Bye.